G'day, welcome back to another episode of TOGL. What an insanely crazy week we have just had. I'm sure a lot of you around Australia have been seeing the news reports of just how windy and how much rain we've had down here in Tasmania. And as I said on the last video too, because the weather was just starting last week, this is actually the first afternoon where the rain has stopped, would you believe? It's been a week of just rain and wind, and I'm going to show you some of the footage and some of the little snippets that I've captured throughout the week, and then we're going to get onto the probably only project I'm going to be able to film for you for this episode. But yeah, we were lucky. We haven't had any major damage done. We've had several branches come down across the driveway that I've had to go and clear up with the tractor. Nothing that's actually required a chainsaw, so no full trees, so that's been really good. But yeah, just the noise, like I was barely getting any sleep most nights because it was so windy. It was just howling like what you heard on last week's video, and the rain beating against the side of the house. It sounded like someone had turned a fire hose right onto the house and was just blasting the house. It was so noisy all night, you just couldn't get any rest. So last night was actually calm, which was beautiful. Had a peaceful sleep last night. So let me show you some of that footage and whatnot. Like I said, we had minimal damage, so we're fine. The glass house stayed up, so that's pretty cool, and I reckon that's because there was nowhere for the wind to actually get in and get leverage on it. It just kind of hit the sides and blew around it. So and glass is pretty heavy too. This is the project I've got to finish off. We need to get the plants into here, and what I want to do is I don't want all this grass growing through. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Anyway, let me show you these snippets and little bits and pieces, and then we'll get on with this. So the wind just kept getting stronger and stronger, and it didn't take long for the media to get onto it either. There was plenty of media reports because it wasn't just Tasmania getting affected either. Those poor chickens, they almost got plucked just by the wind blowing all their feathers off. You can see here with the gusts, it was really, really strong. I love this one. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've been thoroughly entertained by our pre-show lineup. Now hold on to your hats because the main event is about to commence. Get ready to rumble. And it certainly did get stronger. This was filmed down at Burnie. That's the port of Burnie over the back, and the waves were smashing clean over the rock wall, covering everything in the port there. All those containers and equipment was just getting covered with so much salt water. And it only got stronger throughout the night. This was just at the start of the night. You would not want to be out there in that. Thanks, Deb, for sending this one through. Right, well, I'm sure you'll agree that was some pretty crazy stuff. Exhilarating, scary, everything all at once. Anyway, would you look at that? The sun's even starting to shine. I haven't seen the sun in probably only 2 weeks. So, the bags that we get the chicken food in, I've been saving them. I knew they'd come in handy at some point. Typical hoarder, I'll save that, it'll get used for something. They're great for storing things in. But I also thought at some point if I needed, because these are waterproof, I could probably slice them and put them together making like a waterproof sheet. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break these apart into one big flat sheet, and I'm going to line the bottom in there. I'll lay it down. Then I've got some pavers over the back. We'll go and grab some pavers. I'm going to put pavers in there. Now if I just put the pavers straight down, that grass is going to grow up in between it. Hence why if I put this down first, hopefully it'll stop the grass coming through and make it that little bit nicer in there, and then I can get the plants moved in. So I've already got one end unstitched. I need to unstitch the other end first. So you just cut this string here and then you can start to unstitch it, making sure that you don't cut your finger or slip and poke yourself in the eye, something stupid like that. That stuff does make good footage for on the blooper though at the end of the year. But I don't want to do that, not today. So slice that cotton. I know everyone's probably cringing. Oh, he's going to cut his finger. I'm trying hard not to. Alright. Stitching's undone. There we go. Right. Now, all I need to do, and can't really see where there's a, oh, there's a seam there. Yeah, there's a seam there. Alright, this might just pull apart. Yes, excellent. Cool. So now I've got this sheet that I can use. So that looks like it's probably going to take 3. So I'll get them in there, and then we'll go down and we'll get some pavers. Right, now with these diesel tractors, something I'll explain, which I don't think I've done before, is you need to warm the glow plug up. A diesel tractor doesn't have a spark plug, it has a glow plug. So by turning the key anti-clockwise, there is a little spring, if it'll focus in there, there's a little spring inside that silver hole, or the black hole that's on the silver thingy, you know what I mean, and that will glow. What it's showing is that the electricity is flowing through. And the longer I hold it, the more that'll glow. When that little spring is glowing, it means that the glow plug should be warmed up as well. Now, you probably can't pick it up on the camera, but I can see that it's starting to glow red. Not bright red, just dark. So then, if I turn the key the opposite way, the tractor starts. And if I didn't do that, the tractor will just keep turning over but not starting. I'll just let it warm up a little bit. Lift the bucket up. Wrong one. That's because I'm watching the back of the camera. There we go. Choose our gear. This one here. This is for the PTO. This is what puts power into drive the implements that are on the back of the tractor. And then over here, this lever right here, that's where I lift up what's on the back by pulling it up. I raise the back up.
revs, there's no speedo, fuel, temperature. We wanted to warm up a bit, I need to put some more fuel in, and then a couple of indicator lights. Got a horn, it's not working, probably got water in it. There are indicators, left and right if I need them, and headlights down here. So headlights there. Alright, let's get going. Alright, well, here's me little stash of pavers that I've collected. So let's get some of these put into the bucket. We'll take them back up and do a little bit of paving. Hey, no, Diesel. What are you doing up here? Hey? What are you doing up here? You're not supposed to be up here, mate. Diesel. Alright, well, that's one load. We'll give that a go. Diesel's just rocked up, scared the bejesus out of me. He's obviously, it's the first time he's ever come up without someone coming up from down the bottom. He's just decided to bring himself up here, which is not a good thing. He's not supposed to do that, so I will need to take him back down, but we'll get these pavers taken up and unloaded first. Your trouble, mate. Diesel, your trouble. Yes. All right. Come on. Now over time, they'll settle in nice. They're a little wobbly at the moment, but once the grass packs down and it all settles, it should be good. Okay, well that's a little over half done just with that load. So I'm going to take Diesel back down and pick up a few more pavers on the way back and get this finished off, and then we'll move the plants in. Come on, Diesel, let's go. Come on. That's not too shabby at all, is it? Pretty happy with that. It'll keep the floor clean, stop the weeds coming through. There'll be a little bit of grass or pre-grow across the edge, but we can sort that out. This table was one piece. Kay asked to have two like this, so I just cut it straight down the center. Now she's got the two benches. She can stack plants up around that, probably put spare pots and stuff in underneath, and put some stuff over there. So I'll go and get some of those plants and we'll start putting some plants in. Well, there we go, she's all done. And I'm pretty damn happy with that, I don't mind saying. I think Kay will be too. And pretty damn good considering that everything was for free. Everything was recycled. The windows, I got them for free. Just keeping an eye out on the classifieds and the freebies giveaway pages and stuff. Same with the pavers, I got them for free. I just had to go out and collect them myself. That bench that's in the back, I built that probably 2.5 years ago out of timber that I milled, so the timber didn't cost me anything. The plastic that I lined it with, technically I bought the bag of grain, but I was buying the grain, so the bag was just the waste product, so I recycled that, so technically that's free too. So yeah, you know, a couple of hours effort, all set up, all for free. Anyone can do that. And yeah, it's not straight, it's not square, it's not even sitting on level ground, but it'll do the job, and that's what we wanted it for. Do the job, keep the plants safe, and give us somewhere where we can start to raise seeds, because like it's still cloudy today, but that wind's not blowing and it's warm, especially as I'm walking around now. Probably did like 20 or 30 trips backwards and forwards. I am sweating. So you know, now's the time to be getting those seeds into pots and starting them ready to transplant out into the veggie patch in another month or 6 weeks time. The one thing I did do with this though was I put this window in backwards, and I put the pots too close. Give me a sec. Had the pot up against the window, but yeah, when I put this window in, it's actually in backwards because there's the handle on the inside, so it locks from the inside. So what I need to do is I'll take that off. I'll just get like a drawer handle or something, and I'll just put a couple of screw holes and just put a handle here, probably in the middle, so that you can just slide it across. But for now, that can just go like that. Plants are all safe. Anyway, that's it for this episode. That's all I've got time for, because I want to get this video out to you guys. I hope you liked that footage. You saw how wild it was. Literally, we've just been holed up in the house for the entire week. And seriously, the week before that, week and a half before that, was just rain every day as well. So it's really wet, really soft and boggy. So not much has been getting done. I think they said we're going to get a couple more days rain, but then we should be into some clear weather. Fingers crossed. I need to mill some more timber, and now that all the plants are in there, everything's clear from out the front of the house, and I can get to work on that deck that I want to get in. That will hopefully be in next week's episode. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Till next Friday, stay safe, take care. I'll see you guys then. Have a great weekend. Cheers.